So, hey everyone, and a big thank you to Rohan for having me on his YouTube channel yet again as we continue to give top 10 of the bands that we like. And in fact, Rohan and I really are a big fan of Queen. In fact, he had given me a painting of Freddie Mercury many years ago. It's still on my bedroom wall. It is on 19th Jan 2018, he had given it to me. And yeah, we both love the band. It's a band that is absolutely in the face of all innovation. It was a band that got its own sound, and it's stuck out on its own. It was a band that wasn't scared of any experimentation, any challenges, any you know any difficulty in the face of creativity. And it became one of those bands that will live on for many people to listen to and discover. So here's the top 10 for probably one of the best rock bands that has ever stepped foot on this planet. Number 10 is The Love of My Life, which is a song written by Freddie Mercury. It's from the album A Night at the Opera. It was written for Mary Austin, who was his longtime girlfriend and friend after Freddie and Mary Austin ended their relationship due to Freddie discovering that he's gay. And it's a sad song, in fact, that talks about the fact that the relationship is ended. And just the guitars, the Spanish guitar that Brian May plays on it, and Freddie singing, it's more than enough to captivate an entire audience to listen to and sing along. I mean, there are so many videos of Freddie Mercury just commanding the audience just with his vocals, and Brian May on the guitars. In fact, to this day, Brian May performs this song, Queen performs this song with Freddie's tape playing on the big screen, and everyone sings along to it. Just shows that less is more, and how much just the lyrics and a guitar can do to captivate an audience. Number 9 is I Want to Break Free from the album The Works. Now, this is a song which is an absolute classic. There is no introduction needed for this one. It is a song that was basically written for breaking free from a very emotionally draining relationship. And it was the video was in fact the thing that was an idea of then Roger Taylor's girlfriend, and it was based on the Coronation Street, which was a soap opera, which was British soap opera back then. It was a parody of that particular soap opera, and it shows a side of Freddie that was basically in fact the whole band, to be honest, that they in fact they all dressed up as women in the video, and it was a completely new concept which was bought by Roger Taylor to the band. And the video, the song, the instrumentation, everything, again a pop influenced track which was absolutely amazing. The next one is Killer Queen from the album Sheer Heart Attack. This is a song written by this is a song basically written to a high class call girl, and it's basically categorized as Mercury's piano led pre-end to a Moet quaffing courtesan. And this is a song that I really like because of the use of its phaser effects in the song on the vocals, and moving on to the guitar solo, which Brian May absolutely kills it with his Red Special. In fact, this was a song that reached number 2 when it had come out, and gave Queen the popularity that it has today. At number 7 is the song Another One Bites the Dust. Again, I don't think I have to even mention which song this is, or when Queen wrote it or what it was. It's an absolute classic by John Deacon. That bass line is probably one of the most identifiable bass lines in rock music. It is it talks about basically how in a game or in a contest, how one dies or loses the contest. The song's based around that. And the part where Freddie just starts singing the high notes in the second verse is just absolutely, it brings a different energy to the song. Um, so yeah, number 6 is "We Are the Champions" from the album "News of the World." Again, a very self-explanatory track, and it was written inspired by the Liverpool Football Club, which is a Premier League team in the United Kingdom. They have a anthem called "You'll Never Walk Alone." It was inspired by that particular song, and it was basically to fill up, the football stadiums or sports stadiums. It was written from that particular perspective, and boy, did they do something with it, because everyone started singing that particular song. It was again a classic by the band. I mean, we've seen how that song impacted even at the Live Aid concert when they start singing it towards the end. Number 5 is "Somebody to Love" from the album "A Day at the Races." Again, a huge classic and one of my personal favorites. It's a song that talks about basically a man asking God why he has to work so hard but he cannot find love. It's a question we all ask, I'm sure, every day. And it talks about a lot of Freddie's lonely side, and also his love for Athea Franklin, which was the major influence behind the song. And the song connected to people because of the straightforward lyrics about the fact that how people find it so difficult to find love, and that is something that is so relevant even to this day. So yeah, moving on to number 4 is "Don't Stop Me Now" from the album Jazz. Now this is musically one of the best tracks I have possibly heard of Queen. Of course, there are the classics, but this is by far my one of my favorite tracks when it comes to musical arrangements, and the tempo changes that come along shows the masterpiece of the entire band, and this is all the genius of John Deacon and Roger Taylor. Queen, in fact, showed a lot of their out of the box sound through this song, "Don't Stop Me Now," and it is again a classic. So at number 3 is the song "Radio Gaga" from the album The Works. Now this is a song which is the genius of the drummer Roger Taylor, and the drums, the pop music influence of that era, the instrumentations, the synths that were used, and especially the bass line. I mean, it was absolutely extraordinary for just one band to have so many different sounds. It's like having 3-4 genres put in one band together. That's the beauty of this band, and the creativity that they were able to present through this song is absolutely amazing. And it talks about how a radio is basically the guy's best friend. Especially the songs that come on, the favorite songs that used to come on. That's the whole idea behind the song. And again, an absolute classic. We've seen so many of the live concerts where the entire band, when the entire crowd basically starts clapping at the main chorus, the way it is there in the song as well. So at number 2 is a song I don't think it even needs any introduction or any description. It's none other than the iconic Bohemian Rhapsody from the album A Night at the Opera. This is a song that is probably a song that if someone has to be introduced to rock music or any of the classics from the 70s, this is the song that's played probably first or second or third. It is a song that everyone must have probably heard it by now. And in fact, the funny story is that the movie name also, in fact, the movie Bohemian Rhapsody is the movie for Queen, and in that, in fact, they show that the label found the song so long that they almost refused to play it, saying that no one will ever listen to this one. It's not a song that will really appeal to the masses. And look where we are, talking about the challenges, the bold approach Queen had to put an operatic section right after a guitar solo, and a classic, putting an operatic section in the middle of a rock ballad. It's It's that was something beyond imaginary, and that was all Freddie's genius. The one of the most iconic guitar solos, and moving into a heavy hard rock part, where the whole band, with the time signature changes as well at the end of the song. This whole song is a masterpiece, not just in rock music or anything, but for musicians to study down the line. So no words can describe the song. Well, for me personally, this would have been number one, but the number one song for me has to be "Show Must Go On" from the album Innuendo, which is the final song of Freddie Mercury. It's the last song on the last album, and it was released the year when Freddie Mercury passed away. Brian May had spoken about the song, saying that how Freddie Mercury was going through such difficult times, and in fact he was going through a time when basically he was ailing HIV, and he couldn't sing, and basically to sing those particular high notes he was unable to get the takes, and he just has 3 or 4 vodka shots and he sings that particular part, which, imagine a singer ailing with a disease, a life-taking disease, sings that high. Today there are so many singers in their prime who are unable to touch that. That's the beauty of Freddie Mercury. And he talks about how the show must go on whether he's there or not. So yeah, that's my top 10, and thank you, Rohan, for having me once again. Yeah, so that's my top 10.
Okay, so that was Pranav's list. Thanks so much, man. It was great to see which tracks you really liked the most. And so, diving into mine, I'm going to jump through this as quick as possible. Coming in at number 10 for me is the song Was It All Worth It, which is from the Miracle album. Excellent track. You guys have really got to hear the melody that Freddie, placed into this song. Absolutely astounding. Coming in at number 9 for me is the song which they did with David Bowie, which is Under Pressure. That bass line is so memorable by John Deacon, and it's a real standout. Obviously, I think this was included on the album that, many Queen fans dismiss as, their weakest point in their discography. But I think there are a few tracks that you can enjoy, and this is definitely the big standout one from there. Coming in at number 8 is the track We Will Rock You from my favorite Queen album, News of the World. Love it. It's a sing-along, which is exactly what it was intended for, as they even show in the Bohemian Rhapsody movie where Brian May speaks to Freddie about it for the first time. Excellent track. Number 7 for me is, I think, the song that anyone who's new to Queen or hears them for the first time, this is the song they probably would hear first, which is I Want to Break Free from the Works album. Excellent track, and I think that, the keyboard harmony and the keyboard solo really work so well with this. So that is, again, I think, if I'm not wrong, a John Deacon track, so kudos to John for that. Next track is a Brian May song, which is from A Day at the Races album, which is the song Long Away. And if you guys haven't checked this out, please do. It's a very catchy tune, and you can hear a lot of great vocal harmonies, as well as, just how brilliant, Brian May really is. Number 5 for me is the song I Want It All, which is from the Miracle album. And for me, what makes this song so much of a standout track in its own right is just the way that, Roger Taylor plays his drums on this. I think that really gives it that extra punch. More than anything, it really complements what, John, Brian, and Freddie are doing. So this comes in. Number 4 is, of course, the most definitive Queen song of all time. You guys would have guessed it. It is Bohemian Rhapsody from A Night at the Opera album. I mean, there's not much more I can say about this that has not already been said. So this is my number 4 track. Number 3, again, is a great showcase of John Deacon. As you guys can tell, I really love his bass playing work, which is, of course, for the song Another One Bites the Dust, which is from the Game album. Really love it. And I think it's a song that is not only catchy, but it is a song that, has got a timeless quality to it. Coming at number 2. Now, my number 2 and number 1 track are, miles apart. There's nothing that comes even close to these two tracks. Coming in at number 2 for me is from the Made in Heaven album, which I definitely highly recommend, that you guys check out, which is the song Too Much Love Will Kill You. The vocal performance on this and the feeling and emotion that Freddie pours into this track is otherworldly. I mean, it is astounding, given the fact that this man was going through what he was going through. He was dying at this point, and he just was able to channelize his energy in such a productive and positive way. I mean, he is sorely missed even till today. How many Queen fans, myself included, wish Freddie Mercury was still around? But Too Much Love Will Kill You comes in at number 2. And number 1 for me, ironically, is the same song that Pranav chose, which is The Show Must Go On off the Innuendo album. Guys, this is in a league of its own. I mean, Freddie's performance here makes him, to me, the greatest vocalist of all time. Whether it's rock, it's pop, it's heavy metal, anything. Freddie Mercury was the GOAT, and this song showcases it. It'll leave you with tears in your eyes, the way in which he sings this, and it is brilliant. So with that, thank you guys so much for listening in. Love to hear from you. What are your favorite Queen songs? Thank you so much again to my brother Pranav for putting his list down. And as always, guys, you take care and rock on.